Good morning, friends. And I just hit that go live button without doing that last verification that I am where I think I am. So forgive me just a second. I'm going to just jump over on my iPad and make sure. And I am. So let me cut that video out just in case it decides to get a wild hair, come back on its own. And my desk was all ready for you until a few minutes ago. And then I was like, oh, but wait. Oh, but wait. So, hi. I hope you're having a great day. And, oh, yeah, see a wild hair just jumped over there on my iPad. Anyway, what do I have for y'all today? It is birthdays. We have a lot of birthdays in March, and I want to do some special cards. So I pulled out a couple of things to show you, and then we're going to jump into this card. So let me see if I can switch. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you is that the savings are in bloom. This sale that is running all through March, because it's pretty cool. The mini cut and emboss machine is on sale. We're going to use that today. It is 20% off. Excuse me. That's a huge savings. So that makes it $48 in this month instead of $60. So very, very cool. And along with it are several bundles or previous bundles that coordinate with it beautifully, right? And so this flyer lists it, and I will share this flyer in the blog post later so that you can see. But I pulled out a few of them that are my favorite and a few cards that I have made with them as well. And I'm just looking at that host code. I'm not entirely sure that that's correct. But anyway, art gallery bundle. This is no longer a bundle, meaning that it's no longer bundled together. They're still available separately, but in the month of March, they are a bundle once again, which saves you 10%, and then the sale of 20%. So you're getting a great bargain there that you could no longer get. The Celebrate Sunflowers, another favorite. And then this Garden Wishes. So those are 3 bundled specials this month that are no longer bundled in the annual catalog. So first I'm going to show you some of the cards that I have made with these, or one of them is one that I received. And then I'm going to dive into this card that I've got for you today because we're going to use lots of products on it. All right, so this card I remember quite clearly was a case of Andrea Tracy Tucker, and is one of my very favorites. This is using the Celebrate Sunflowers and a technique that that I learned with blending inks. I want to say I should probably go back and revisit that because it's a beautiful card, and yeah, I made a bunch of them once I figured it out because I loved it so much. And then this is a card that I received last year from my friend Carrie, also using the Celebrate Sunflowers. And then I have some that I have made with the art gallery, and that's what I have here. So this one is actually a belly band. So this was part of some training that I did. Isn't that pretty? So, I could always send that beautiful card. I don't have to hoard it. And then, okay, go back on. Okay, so there's a belly band. And then this fancy fold, I like to say fun folds, but this is truly fancy, right? How about that? Isn't that fun? So we'll do it again. Woohoo! So the paper, the designer series paper here is no longer, it retired last spring. And then this gorgeous card, isn't it lovely? And one of the very first blog posts I had, I used this stamp set and showed you how to make note cards in 15 minutes or less. So another Z-fold card. So those are super fun. Oh, and then I think, let me make sure that this stamp set is Sweet as a Peach. So the Sweet as a Peach bundle is also part of this sale. So it's 20% off instead of 10. And these are some cards made with that bundle. Let's see. Okay, I don't know why those are in there, but okay. So it's your day. Let's celebrate you. Isn't that pretty? Have a peachy day. I love this one. This is 3 stitched rectangles. And then use up your strips of paper in so many fun ways. So there are some Sweet as a Peach cards too. So these are amazing bundles. So take a look and see if they are ones that you would like to add to your collection. I'm going to clear off my space a little bit so that I can show you everything else. All right, I can show you samples from a couple of upcoming classes. So the March Card Club features the Plentiful Plants. Now this bundle is currently not available. We can't order it, but it should be back on the week of March 14th. Now, the happy birthday greeting is from Happiest Birthdays. That's available now, but it's the Plentiful Plants that is not available right this second. But these are the cards for Card Club at the end of the month, and you can register by the 20th of the month to participate either in person or to go. So love those cards. And with Card Club, you always get a goodie bag, and that goodie bag is worth between usually $18 and $22. There is a really cool bundle. Oh, I forgot. I've got 2 more birds to add to this, but anyway, this new Waves of the Ocean, and I haven't added my bling yet too, so I guess I really shouldn't show you these because they're not complete, but love this, love the paper. This is a stamp, y'all. So I'll get those finished, and that's coming up on the 3rd Thursday, or if you're part of my team, it is part of our Make and Takes. All right, so what are we working with today? We are going to pull out the masks. Okay, I've got 2 different sets of masks here, and I'm very sad that one of them, this is from the mini catalog, the Butterflies and Flowers, and it is not available right now. And then I have the Plenty of Patterns Decorative Masks, and I pulled out one option from it as well to create just a soft background. I love these masks, but I'm probably not really going to use them until you can order them, because that's not fair if you don't have them. I've got some Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequins, and I have this gold leafing that we're going to use as well. And we're going to use the dies from the Art Gallery bundle, the mini cut and emboss machine, and the stamp set, which I left over here. I'm going to grab that. Now that really would have been something if I'd left that over there and then couldn't find it. All right, so starting with a piece of thick basic white, we're going to cut this down to half a sheet. We're going to use half a sheet for our card. So I'm going to score it with my trimmer, and then I'm going to cut it. And now I have enough for 2 cards. And as a general rule, I make 2 or 4 cards at a time. Now this layer is going to be 1/4 of an inch in, so it is going to be 5 1/4 by 4, and this is the one that we're going to do the leafing on. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 of those. And then we need a piece to do our masking on, and then some scraps to do our stamping on. So this piece is going to be another 1/4 in, so it is going to be 5. You know, I totally cut that going the wrong way. 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so that gives me enough for one of these guys masking and my scraps for stamping and then cutting. So we'll just leave it, and I'll cut that second piece for our second card another time. So let me get this out of the way. All right, so let's do this part first because this is kind of fun. I need my silicone mat and tear and tape, right? I like to use tear and tape with this technique. It gives a cool frame. So I'm simply going to run the tear and tape down all 4 edges. And I'm not sure. I'm sure that there is a demonstrator that came up with, you know, this idea first, or it was in the catalog last year. I don't know. You'll find lots of examples with it on Pinterest and such. I still want to do, I just love this stamp set. All right, so, but before I put those down, because I want this to be kind of even, I know this is going to seem crazy that I'm going to pull the edges up first. I'm going to take your pick tool. Such a handy tool to have around. I just ordered a second one so that I don't need to be switching out the ends. I can keep one. I know that's really lazy, isn't it? But it was during celebration, and it seemed like a good thing to do for $10. Okay, now when I run this across this way, I don't have to worry about, am I at the edge? I do have to worry about whether I'm at the edge or not, sort of. But this tape is about 1/4 inch wide, so this should be just perfect. And if it isn't, y'all don't know what's in my head, so I can totally fake you out. So I'm sorry that I wasn't live on Monday. I was with my mom. She had some surgery over the weekend and didn't get discharged from the hospital until that afternoon. She is doing well. And yesterday was eye injection for me, and my eye is doing well. I can see today, although I'm still taking Tylenol, so probably still going to be really sleepy. I am a cheap date, right? Tylenol just puts me right out. But after an injection, your eye is just a little sore. All right, so now I have sticky all around the edge. Be prepared. This is going to make a mess. I don't need that for a second, so I'm going to set it aside. It's just so flyaway. It's so soft. You can't imagine. Okay, I want to get my sponge out, and I don't know. Oh, this is like having a big pile of leaves to jump in. Right? And it just kind of, and I did this first, y'all. I chose to do this first. All right, so I'm just kind of pushing this into the adhesive gently and then brushing off the excess. And it's so shiny and bright. This is such fun stuff. So this is gilded leafing. Again, when I get to the supply list, the card recipe, I will have all of these item numbers and prices for you. And then if you decide that you would like to make them, I'd love it if you'd shop with me. If you're not ready to shop, that's okay. I love all kinds of support. And just watching and helping me make decisions is great. But I'm totally keeping it real. Always. Life is too short not to. Okay, so let's see if I can get this back. All I need is the cats to come in here or to sneeze, right? Wouldn't a sneeze be real fun about now? Okay. So that's back in its little container. Ah! Yep, and it's it's fun. All right, so that layer is going to go here. Okay. And then we're going to work on a layer to go in here. And you know what? I might even, as I'm seeing that, I might make it a little smaller, but I don't have to make that decision right now. I want to give this a soft background with, let's see, which colors did I set out to work with? There's so many color combinations. Okay, I set out Blushing Bride and Melon Mambo. Really haven't tried that combination. Petal Pink and Poppy Parade are a favorite, so it was really hard not to just jump straight to that. But instead, I am going to use these. Now, I'm going to grab a piece of, just a piece of copy paper. Because I really don't want this moving around much, okay? I'm not too, with this pattern, I can get this, you know, straight enough. But then I am going to tape down my mask. I think the paper will be still, but I'm going to let the mask, I don't want to tape down my paper, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because that would rip my paper when I pull it up. And this doesn't, there's no reason that this has to be fussy. These masks are what we used to call stencils, and you can do so much with them. I'm just going to give you the sneak peek because I've been dying to show you this. Okay, this is the card base for a card using the mask that I can't get right now, but this is coming as soon as we can get those masks again. Okay, so I've got a blending brush, so I'm gonna do that, and this is Blushing Bride that I'm working with. I'm just gonna start over here, and I just want just a soft background. Doesn't have to be evenly, the color doesn't have to be evenly distributed. In fact, if you notice, I'm kind of going kind of up the middle diagonally. It's just going to give it a really soft, just a soft background. They don't have that pretty paper that was originally part of this suite retired, and it may not have included Blushing Bride at that point anyway. I have no idea, but you can kind of see that I've got color kind of coming along here, and then I'm just going to let it fade out. These blending brushes are a lot of fun. They come in a set of 3, and you know, they're I had no idea, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but they're like flat makeup brushes. They come clean really easily with a microfiber cloth. Okay, let's just so you can see. So kind of fun. Slide that out. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, now I'll clean this up later because I'll wipe that down with a part of my chamois before I put it away. And so I'm going to set that there, probably cut that down a little bit. Now I need to do the pieces of my flower and my happy birthday, right? So the largest, these are 2-step stamps. So this one is going to be the lightest color. So in this case, it's Blushing Bride, and this is going to be Melon Mambo. I brought out 2 greens. I wasn't sure, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp them both, once in Old Olive and once in Garden Green, and then we can decide which one that we like the best. So, how's that? So it's a beautiful stamp set. I've got all kinds. Oh, look at this. I've got all kinds of extra pieces already cut out. Is that cheating if I use that? I'll come back to this if my stuff doesn't work out so well. And you can see that, yeah, I've done this a lot using it as a, with the Stamparatus, and the design's already pre-cut out. But this time, I thought we would stamp first, and then we'll cut out, which is, honestly, it's not something I do a lot. I usually do it the other way around, just being real there. All right, so those are the 2 parts of the flower. Here's the stem. Well-loved photopolymer stamps can get a little dusty on the back, which will affect the stickiness of them. You can just clean those in with a little just water and get their stickiness back. All right, those are the 3 that we need. And I bet I can get all of them on here. Okay, so let's start with our lighter color. And I'm in camera, right? You guys can see. Oh, but see, that's what I'm talking about. It loses its stick. So get back on there, guy. Stick. That's going to end up on me. All right. So put that there. Don't know what's happening out there. Okay, so that's Blushing Bride. Kind of a dusty pink. You know, it's almost time for new colors to be introduced, which means if you are in love with the retiring colors, grab them now. Stock up, protect your investment, get another pack of cardstock, make sure you have the ink refill, and that's Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, Just Jade, oh my gosh, Cinnamon Cider, and Magenta Madness. Those are the 5 that are retiring. All right, let's see how I did. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Okay, so now I said I wanted to do the stem in 2 different greens. So I'm going to do Old Olive and Garden Green. I have on a lot of green today. And my husband looked at me and said, "Oh, you make me think of Mrs. Green Jeans." And I'm like, "Mrs. Green Jeans?" And he said, "Oh, I mean Mr. Green Jeans." I'm like, "Man, you just dated us." He did. But I'm wearing some very comfortable leggings. All right, so this one there. Yeah, I'm not gonna decide yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do my greeting, on this little piece here, which actually, no, I won't. Ugh. I'm not going to do it there because I do want to use the dye. So we'll just do it down here and hope that I left enough room. Okay. All right. So let's clean these, get them away so that I can bring out the mini cut and emboss machine. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. Got a phone call there. And these away. And if you all are commenting, I apologize. I'm not seeing them come through. I may not have the right window open, but I will come back and address your comments and questions later, usually later today. And this will all go to the blog just as quickly as I can. It's church tonight, so if I'm running a little late, I hope you'll understand. All right, so here is the mini cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to give you some tips because it has a bit of a learning curve, and I love it. And once you learn it, you will love it as well. I feel certain. But some helpful hints. Okay, so this is a small machine, and it's fairly lightweight. If you put your silicone craft mat underneath it, that will help it be a little more steady. See, it's not sliding around on my mat. The other thing, and you know what I could do, I could go ahead and I could slide this out completely. Oh, there is something under there. There's a surprise under there. I'm not ready to show you that today. Okay, and lots of dirt. All right, so here is my machine. And it comes with four plate. Oh my gosh, I still got them wrong. Okay. It comes with a 1, 2 2s, and a 3. And if you were doing embossing folders, this would be your sandwich, a 2 and a 3. And your embossing folder would go right here. If you're doing dies, like we're doing today, the recommended sandwich is this, and your cardstock and die would go here. So my friend Michele shared that just kind of by accident, she swapped out the 1 and the 3 and likes that better. It's a smoother operation and cuts beautifully. The other thing is Stampin' Up! Shared a video with us and told us that, you know, because of the size of this machine, it's 3 inches versus 6, and then it's a really short platform. So the way it comes in needs to be something that it can grab right away. And if you put all of your plates all in a row, it's too solid of an image to feed through. Too solid of an item to feed through. And they say stagger your plates so that they come through, 1, 2, 3 edges, not all at once, right? So, and you've seen, I've used this before in my videos. It's not something that I get right away every time. So let's put this down, and we could run this through all at once, but it probably won't. But I am going to grab my tape that I use because I've stamped that image. I don't want anybody slipping. You can purchase replacement plates for this just like you can for the big ones because they do need to be changed out and they lose too much of their flatness. All right, I'm going to call that good. And maybe we could go ahead and do, since I'm taping them down, we'll see if it'll go ahead and cut this one too. It kind of depends on how much I stagger my plates. It may not have enough because it needs all three pieces connecting to make the cut. So, got all kinds of disclaimers, don't I? Okay. All right, we'll see if we can do those two together. And I'm gonna guess, I'm not gonna guess anything. We'll just see. If it'll go in, it has a good connection on all three. Okay, and it's going really well. So that was a good feed through. And we have one beautiful, perfect flower and one perfect stem. Now let's do the stem again and the greeting. I don't know what's going on out there, but there's some noise. All right, I think that's got it there. And then see if I can get this lined up. Sometimes it's fun to, put your greeting towards the right or towards the left, and this one is just going to be where it is because I really don't know where I want it to be. All right, that looks like it should make a good connection. Whoop, goodness. Oh, because it's all solid across, coming across. If you angle those straight lines, your machines will be happier with you. There's a happy birthday. So I've had so much fun recently stamping and telling you, the specifics of what I'm making, who I'm making it for. I shared with you that there was a new baby, and so I made the card with the peekaboo stamp set for the new baby Wyatt, and then I made the Island Vibes cards for my sister-in-law for her thank you notes for her clients. And then today, so tomorrow is my daughter-in-law's birthday, and then my mother-in-law's birthday is just a few days later. I have some friends from church with birthdays in March. My brother-in-law's birthday is in March, so lots of birthdays. All right, so if we just, I don't know if I can get things even straight without my mat underneath, so I'm going to bring it back. See if I can get it anywhere near in frame. I might have let things just crowd it. All right. Okay, so this is kind of the way I see this. This is rough, right? So I see this being here. And then our flower being here. And our greeting down like so. Does it have any ribbon? I don't know. I've got some sequins that we can put on it as well. So let's put this together. All right, so let's make this a little more narrow. Do we want it a little more? Or maybe, I'm going to take off 1/8 of an inch. And I'll just do that from this side. So not a full 1/4 on both on all sides, just an 1/8. And if you're looking at your trimmer, so this part that's part of the cutting track, the edge of that brown is the 16th, and then the 1/8 is the next little notched line, in case you wondered. All right, now the inside line can be as, doesn't have to be smooth because that's pretty much going to be covered by the next layer. And it looks like I've got a little bit of white showing, but it's going down on a white card, so I'm not going to be too bothered by that. I'll have to run the Roomba, give it some work to do. Okay, so this is going to come down like so. And then this, it is still covering up quite a bit, but is it covering up a full, come on. I probably could come in another 16th if I wanted that to truly have the white or gold edge. Do y'all want to vote? I do. And since I'm not seeing your comments, I guess my vote carries. Take another 16th this way. And this way. All right, now let's put this down. So I've got some multi-purpose glue. I'm just going to run along the edge. And you probably have seen this before. I use multi-purpose glue because it gives me a few minutes or a few seconds of wiggle room to get things straight. Although I gotta tell you, that seems to have stuck pretty quickly, and it looks like it's a little more on the one side than the other. Okay. Then I'm going to use dimensionals on this piece. Y'all are going to laugh, but I like to cut up the edges. Well, maybe you won't laugh, but you probably do this too. This way, it's just a single pull. You use every bit of your dimensionals. And then just one there, and one there, and one there. Middle one, I'm not even gonna peel the sticky. And if we like this going this, oh. Alright, I'm gonna do it fanning this way. There we go. That. Then our little flower, let's put some dimensionals on it. And I don't want one too far here because that's, or too far here, because that's where I'm going to tuck the edge of our stems. I want this about there. Okay, did we pick a color? Right. there's Garden Green. I really like it. And here is Old Olive. I always like Old Olive. And then that down here. What do you think? Old Olive, Garden Green. I think I'm going to go with Garden Green today. Maybe I'll put the Happy Birthday on right side up though. Okay. And it's kind of funny, but I'm not going to pop up the leaves. Oh, I said I'm not going to pop them up, then I immediately put a dimensional on. So I guess my mouth and my brain didn't agree. I'm really kind of all thumbs today. Just going to tuck that right there. And then the Happy Birthday. So this is a little high up. And then what we could do because I kind of want this here, we'll just put a little bit of a will we do anything, or will we just put it there? We're just going to put that there. And I'm not sure that that's wide enough for... Where are the minis? Well, the first minis that I encountered... Oh, there they are. Okay, next question. Can you grab your dimensionals from the middle like this, or do you start in one corner and work more like I did here? And okay, another question. I'm wondering if you all have something that you would like to see in upcoming lives. Lots of colors in this. I think these are all. What do we want to use? For picking up these adhesive back sequins, I do tend to use the pointy end of the Take Your Pick. I think that's pretty. One there. And we might just put some in lots of places. Oops, that one ran away. Maybe grab a different, slightly different color. Oh my gosh, I've got these little boogers everywhere. It's one over there. Okay, so there you go. There is a happy birthday, and I think we'll send this one to my mother-in-law. And do we need to add Stella to that? You know, you can't ever go wrong with Stella, can you? I gotta be able to find it though. Where's my Stella? Oh my gosh, my Stella is hiding. Oh, there you are. Boy. Let's add some Stella to this darker color. The March calendar will be posted today. I have so many fun things. And hey, if you're local and you're available Friday, you can come over to my house, to my studio, and stand with me for $10. Bring what you want to work on. You can use my inks and my tools. You can check out this mini cut and emboss machine, and we'll make it all happen. I think this turned out really pretty. I hope that you all do too. Hope that you picked up a few tips, And you can jump on over to michellesalcho.com for photos and the supply list, recipe card, everything that you need so that you can make this for yourself. No, I can't find my mouse now. Everybody, have a wonderful day. It is sunny and lovely here today. I think it calls for a walk. I got to figure out how to work that into the schedule. I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.